Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Rogue Trader. Last time we finished up with Footfall, what we could on Footfall, and then we got out and into the Cornus Expanse proper. We got to see the whole map and everything. So that was pretty dope. So I think we're gonna hop back in. We did some space battles last time. We might do some more space battles this time. You know, looking at some planets, seeing what they got for us. So we're gonna hop back in again and see if we can't do some of that. I have been fighting with this game to try to figure out what the hell is wrong and why it keeps crashing so often, and I still cannot figure it out. I have no idea what's going on. Journal, and then we come down here, hunt for knowledge. We gotta go back to Football. We won't do that right now. So this is the hunger one. We gotta go to JANUS. Wait for the situation to resolve itself. Right, reclaim what was lost. We gotta reclaim these planets. World Shapers. Make planetfall on JANUS, yeah. And then Secrets of the Cult, Bridge. Oh, the interrogator has asked the Rogue Trader to set aside some time for a private conversation. So let's go talk to him. Complete development, strike a deal with a partner. Okay. And then complete a development project with the highest difficulty in any colony. Okay. Hit in the furnace, person on Grata. Critical tasks. One of the ship's fuel levers is in a poor state. Inspect it and diagnose the problem. Okay. Where's this problem at? I see lots of people. I don't see a fuel lever. Oh, it's not showing me. Man. Okay. Where are the fuel levers at then? Somebody show me. Is it by the engine thing? Turn on. Whoa. Lord Captain, the machine spirit of this mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken it, use the key of your blood. Who are you and what is your purpose here? The venerated Engine Seer Prime has entrusted the sacred mechanism into my care. It is now my duty to assist in the Rogue Trader's understanding of the hallowed code. Okay, we'll put our hand in. I should turn it on. Sacred mechanism is awake and ready to receive your request, Lord Captain. Have the tech priest figured out how it worked. There's no doubt it was a miracle sent by the Omnissiah as a manifestation of his will, yet Engine Seer Prime managed to perceive some logical connection within the streams of data. Not privy to the connection, but the Engine Seer Prime will surely share the newly discovered knowledge with you in a detailed report. Encrypted data. Show me the encrypted data. He's doing a prayer. Okay. Hidden cache on Darganus. Okay. Machine Spirit has discovered critical errors. The data is damaged. Registering an intact segment, the Machine Spirit has spoken. The worlds of Kiavagama and Darganus hold certain data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide the Rogue Trader with data keys that can unlock said repositories. I need to know more about the caches. Omnissiah favors you. The Machine Spirit is willing to commence the calculation procedure that could restore the lost data. Okay, let's restore the data for Darganus. Data has been restored, but it is only a single phrase. Litanies of the motive force. That is all the sacred mechanism was able to salvage. Okay, tell me about Kiavagama. Blessed are the Omnissiah's deeds. The repository on Kiavagama has a security system guarding it. The Machine Spirit has recovered a code that will allow you to disable the defenses. Nice. How do I accept these keys? Blah, blah, blah. Is willing to transfer the data keys to the head of House von Valancius by means of an elect-2. A hypodermic tattoo augment. If you're ready to accept the keys, place your hand inside the servitor's mouth. Okay. Needles pierce my wrist, so I get an elect-2 that gives me the keys to open the repository doors. I have other questions? Leave. Okay, so it's not that. Anything else going on? Janus, Danrock, Pascal, you have things to say to me? You spoke. That was cool. Strange messages have appearing. What do you know about it? Oh, he speaks again. Okay, so we need to do a special thing to appease the machine spirits? Tell me the truth about you. What did he do? I mean, that does make sense. So his mentor questioned their teachings because they refused to learn certain things, but that is against one of their laws, which is comprehension is everything. So he wanted to fix what he thought was the faith dying, stagnating, that the ritual is a cage for souls and false worship. He wanted to break the mindless repetition. Seems like a theological argument. Okay, so how did you betray Armanet? So the tech priests that follow Armanet were kind of fighting back against the rest of the Cognizance fleet, the tech priests, because they believed in Armanet's teachings, I guess. And Pascal recognized that it would cause a rift and probably cause a war within them, so he headed to the Conclave. Well, you acted as a loyal son of the Imperium. What are you gonna do next? Okay, that's enough. Alright, I will take my leave. Activate control panel. Is this the thing that I need to do? Fuel system analysis progress. No failures detected. System operational. Okay, I think this is the thing. Oh, I did something. Oh. Here comes Pascal. He's like, why are you touching shit? Hey, we got a level up from that. Shit, I'll take it. Let's see, we're in the second rank now, row now, whatever. So let's do that. Ooh, what do we got? I think I kind of like defensive stance. I'm gonna go with that one because I'll get parry. And then isn't there something else that allows for response to attacks that are missed? I have to look. Instant retribution looks like one. We block something, immediately use shield bash. It's a counterattack. The shield bash follows the attack. So instant retribution, I think, is the one we're gonna go with. Yeah. All right. Let's see. You, ma'am, Adira. Ooh, I think we're gonna do kill zone stratagem. Maybe something else. I'm gonna do foreboding. Another buff for her. Wow, that was nothing. Okay. What about you, girl? What about you? Ooh. I think we're gonna go with claim the bounty for an extra attack. And then you, girl. Cassia, what you got for me? We're gonna go with inspire. Oh wait, actually, I don't know. Alright, I think we are gonna go with inspire. A buff I think will do better than an additional warp ability right now. Pascal, I think we want Death Whisper for the hemorrhage effect. And then this man again. Dude, Wildfire for sure. Oh, but maybe the Sanctic Powers could be good too. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna go with Wildfire. And then we might do Kick. And then we might do these approaches. Because those are pretty dope too. Abelard, what do you got for me? Ooh, you get Devastating Attack. We'll do that one for you. Alright, cool. Got all the levels done. So we were working on box system. Okay. Sorry, my game crashed. That's a good thing we haven't fucking done anything yet. I'm trying to take care of busy work here on the ship. I need to talk to the Voxmaster. There, Voxmaster. Vox system is malfunctioning. Can you explain? Vox system is functioning as expected and no communication problems have been reported by any of the crew. Please allow me to check the system's calibration settings in your presence to alleviate any concerns you may have. He does some things with his doohickeys and doodads. All finished, Lord Captain. No issues detected. The system's working as expected. Thank you for your service, Lord Captain. Okay. Anything else? Forgotten Twins system is of particular interest to the rogue trader. Okay, so we'll go to the Forgotten Twins at some point, hopefully. For now, I do need to talk to the interrogator. Talk to Heinrichs, which he's right over here. Heinrichs. Oh, Heinrichs. You wanted to discuss the nature of your mission. Oh, he speaks. Okay, he's taking me into a back room somewhere or what? Oh, in my office. Got it. Good. Thank you for finding an opportunity to talk. I trust now would be a good time to explain the reason for my return aboard your ship. I welcome the chance to assist. Lord Captain, your enthusiasm is commendable. Right, he doesn't believe me. The business then, the cult of the final dawn. Madmen preach their heretical doctrine among the denizens of the Cornus Expanse and instigate crimes against the throne and humanity. One such crime took place in your protectorate. The Lord Inquisitor considered it necessary to have one of his acolytes accompany the rogue trader on the voyage into the corrupted region. I also need to meet with one of my observers on the capital world of your domain. Okay. Are you laying an accusation? Chaos treads softly, Beak. The main danger of secret cults and sects is that they are like seeds. They can remain in the ground for decades, safe from all scrutiny, until an opportunity to sprout, grow, and bear monstrous fruit presents itself. The emergence of a cult on one of the rogue trader's planets does not mean the dynasty head himself is a chaos worshipper. Having said that, it should be noted that Theodora von Valancius was famous for her loose interpretation of the freedoms granted by the warrant, right? A bloodline can be stained by ancestral transgressions. If it is indeed so, it is in your best interest to do whatever necessary to redeem yourself, and then perhaps you'll get a chance to salvage your dynasty's reputation. You have spies on my worlds. The person I mentioned is not a spy, but a secretary in the Administratum Department on Darganus. The planet's governor and Theodora fully aware of his status. His duty is to fulfill the sacred oath of the Golden Throne and eliminate threats to the Imperium, which the Cornus Expanse has in abundance. His name is Achilles Skylander. As soon as we contact Dargonus, I will introduce you as the new head of the dynasty. I'm sure you will appreciate the presence of such an advisor among your subjects, and I suggest you heed his words at least occasionally. Okay, tell me more about the Final Dawn. Chaos Worshippers. Most often, agents of the throne run into lone renegades stirring up the rabble, insane prophets, and hysteric visionaries preaching the end of days, a passing comet, a mutant rebellion, an onslaught of monsters. Each time they come up with a new reason why people should prostrate themselves and quiver in fear. Much effort and the blood of those loyal to the Golden Throne were spent before we established the connection between those heretics. However, the cult of the Final Dawn is something greater than a gaggle of misguided seers and fortune tellers. They cleverly spread their agents all over the Cornus Expanse, disseminating heresy among honest people on the Imperial worlds. There's a certain strategy to their actions that changes whenever we get too close, and finally they have enough military power to have had the 2 ships that we had sent after them later discovered as wreckage. The growing difficulty in making warp jumps is detrimental to us, but is unlikely to inconvenience those who engage in vile sorcery day in, day out. After the events on Rykad Minoris, I suspected the cult might have built its nest inside Winterscale's domain, but the latest reports indicate it is your protectorate that is harboring heretics. Being in your entourage improves my chances of getting closer to their secrets. So the Lord Inquisitor... Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I blew anyone's ears out. My bad. That cough stuck up on me. The Lord Inquisitor mentioned in his letter he's willing to show lenience toward my actions should that would otherwise be interpreted as radical. It is correct. I should show greater tolerance for the mistakes of a newly appointed rogue traitor. To be frank, I am surprised. The Lord Inquisitor is not the type to indulge the weakness of soul and mind, even in someone who only recently accepted the burden of a lofty title. I've already agreed to give you a place aboard my ship. What else? The rogue trader should deliver me to the system that contains the industrial world of Kiavagama. I will then accompany you to the surface and determine what the cult is planning and how it intends to use the resources that have fallen into their clutches, which may very well include the blessed engines of the Adeptus Mechanicus and even the followers of the Omnissiah themselves. I will be frank, the answer to this question is unlikely to please either of us. The machinations of chaos usually go beyond solely inflicting countless deaths and destruction. Having their plans come to fruition would lead to far more terrible consequences. One of the systems in the Cornus Expanse is already lost. May the Emperor protect us from watching this tragedy play out again. I won't let anyone throw their weight around in my worlds, be they servants of chaos, Xenos, or heretics. A commendable aspiration for a person who holds the fate of billions of people and dozens of imperial worlds in his hands, which is why you need to be ever more vigilant when looking for seeds of corruption on your planets, lest they sprout someday and spell doom for whatever is tangled up in their roots. We met a Chaos Space Marine. I have no doubt it will happen sooner or later. Be Chaos Marines siding with the cult is very, very bad news. Most likely they kept away until recently, pulling their puppet strings from a respectable distance. These traitors seldom show up alone. The best we can count on is having to deal with just a squad of Chaos Space Marines in the Cornus Expanse, and not an entire company. Why Kiavagama? Disjointed pieces of data that finally merged into a single picture. Additionally, not long ago, a vessel from that world arrived on Football. The reports from the crew were confused and alarming, making me fear a planet-wide rebellion. Alright, I must go about my business. Let me put it this way. You may think whatever you want of me, but my goal is not to hinder you. I'm here to help you in the fight against foes you may not even be aware of. You have my word that I will provide every assistance in uprooting the heresy that has sprouted on the Von Valencius worlds while their master was away, and that I will try to be more patient with the less grievous flaws the bearers of the warrant are sometimes known to have. Thank you for sparing the time, Lord Captain. Okay. Oh, that was it? That's what we had to look forward to. Freaking awesome. Back to the Void Ship Bridge then. Okay. I think we should be mostly good. Okay. So let's hit the Cornus Expanse map. So we are right by JANUS, actually. Good. We got this snow world going, that's a gas giant, and then the big old sun. But we are going to Governor of Yacht's estate. I will leave Abelard, and we will move. There comes our welcome entourage. Ooh, look at that. Oh. Sniper, who are you? Oh, lavishly dressed noblewoman. Welcome you on behalf of the noble house Viad Abaram. My name is Vistenza Janus Viad Abaram of Coronis. By the grace of the Emperor and the will of the rogue trader Theodora von Valancius, I serve as planetary governor and imperial commander-in-chief of this world. In truth, your arrival in place of the esteemed Lady von Valancius is quite unexpected. Theodora is dead. I am now the head. Such tragic news. I will see to it that the planet observes a month of mourning. Okay, what's about to happen? Ooh, already assassination attempts. The soldiers are going down. Oh my god. Dude, just all these irregular ass people. We have been ambushed, I guess. Alright, Adira over there. And then, let's see, you're gonna place the front line. We'll stick the front line here. We will stick the rear where you are at. And then we will stick the back line here. Okay, never mind. How do I rotate again? Oh, I can't put it over there. All right, we're gonna put it right there. Fuck it. And then, let's see, are any of these guys like any concern? 52, 52. Okay, so they're not pushovers. We're gonna select this, do kill zone stratagem. We're gonna mark, I don't know, this dude. We are going to make Argenta's life a little bit easier. Ooh, untamed power happened. That's unfortunate. And then how about sensory deprivation for you? And then consign. That'll do. Okay. Ow. Ow. Oh, bro, you are hitting your own boys. Alright, let's see. We use the flamer. We do the stream at you. Burn! Run a gun. And then we'll switch over to the sniper. Can hit you. Or can hit these guys. This one will die for sure. Go down. Haha. Ooh, and then you know what? You take that. And then claim the bounty. Hit it. Yeah, that one doesn't do as much damage. Alright, nice. And what is it you believe that will accomplish? Okay, so do I go here? I think I go here to hit him. First though, let's Machine Spirit Communion. Yeah. Oop. And then you're gonna go there. You're gonna smack him 100%. Wow. Hell yeah. It did count as an attack though. And then you get that. What do you believe to be doing? Heinrichs. Let's see. Can put you there, and then you can charge. Bah. And then why don't you just attack him? And then endure. And that should do it for you. Beak. You can dash at this man. No, not quite. You gotta move one forward, and then you can dash at this man. Handle him easy. More people coming in, of course. These guys are the serious ones. Ooh, there's a lot of them. Ah, the sniper. Hell yeah. Where is Beak? There he is. I was like, something's wrong here. So let us switch to the shotgun, and then hit this man. Aha! And then, fuck it, endure. Use the high momentum. Ooh, you can hit this guy. I don't know if that's gonna be your best option though. Might be better to just set him on fire. Yeah. Probably just set him on fire. But battle cry. Ooh, can I hit him with the toxic needle? Can. Try it. Miss. Damn. Alright, how many unyielding beacon stacks? So how many is this gonna give me? 36% increased parry? Fuck yeah. Alright. Are you gonna start chucking grenades? Of course you are. Ow. You missed. Itch. Oh, gas grenade? Ooh. Nice parry. Cassia, I think you should go... If you go here, and then you use this... That's not very good. But if you go here, and then use it, so you can hit all these guys, or those two. Why don't you go hit all these guys? Do that. Hell yeah. And she can do it again. Okay, so instead of attacking twice, why don't you buff Beak and give him an extra action point the next turn, and then we'll call it there. Good parry. Dude, I'm gonna blow all these fucking suckers away. Good dodge. Yeah. It's a good thing they can't fucking hit her. Alright. So this, and then we're gonna move the front line here. We'll use kill zone stratagem again, and then we will buff Beak's defense. And I think let's make it harder. What's coming up next in the rotation? Who's before Beak? All of them? Alright, let's do this one. And then we analyze. No, I think we just joint analysis. And then we will consign fucking you. And then Adira, why don't you get behind this wall? Yeah, so ow. Argenta. Okay, good. you have a shot. I also want to see force grenade, blinding grenade. Not good grenade options. I will have you aim for this Ripper Rebel though. Down the prey, and then if I have you fire that, that should get him close. Oh, killed him. Nice, perfect. Then how about this guy? And then claim the bounty. 16 damage, not bad. Oh. What the hell do you think you're doing going for her? That's a bad idea. Diversionist Rebel? Mr. Von Carlux, I need you to make something happen here. Pistol Burst? I don't know about all that. Alright, so go there, and then buff yourself, and then just shoot this guy. Oh, he can still make a strike. So let's charge. Oh, he doesn't have any... Damn it! Okay, well that's not that bad actually. That's all we can do for right now. Alright, y'all wanted to play? Let's fucking play. Just take that. Good, one of them's dead. Two of them's dead. And then he cannot do anything else. We will use Endure, Scream, or this guy, and then Reckless Strike, and then another defensive stance. Lots of buffs. Alright. Cassia, let's see what you can do. You can strike him, but that's not really going to help you with anything. You have these. I don't know if that's going to help, though. No, it's definitely not. Oh, dude, you know what? Beak can probably take that, hit that guy. Oh, Beak definitely can. Okay, so let's see. Oh, shit. Oh, Pascal's down. Oh, shit. He just got poisoned to death. Alright, let's see. Let's have you... Beak. That shotgun to work. That did something. Just not that much. Another defensive stance. And then, how about you just take another whack? Are you kidding me? Well, that sucks. Why don't you press the advantage and then do this? Ow. Get the fuck out of my face. That worked. And then you get out of here as well. Good. They're stuck. Can anybody? Whoa. Oh, nice. Nice. Set them on fire or blow them up. Blow them up. Hey, yeah. That barely did anything. Set them on fire? That should take them out. Fuck out of here. Do one more attack. So, Mr. Diversionist Rebel, be on fire. Scream at this guy, and then Endure. Just all the buffs, dude. This guy, like, 90 health, and then defensive stance. There we go. And fuck it. Reckless Strike. Now, Cassia's done. There we go. Oh, wait. No. I mean to do that. Why don't I just have Adira throw this fucking grenade over here? Ooh, wait. Nice. Oh, what did I do that for? So the back line's gonna be here now. And then Heinrichs be buffed. We'll drop kill zone. I don't know if I want to drop the kill zone. Oh, let's blind this guy though. That should help a little bit. Argenta, Flamer. Can't really do anything else. Oh, dude, I know. Let's use fucking dash. That's what I have it for. And then you can use running gun. Go up here. Now you can see the whole battlefield. Shoot this guy in the back. Reload. Should we shoot this guy in the back again? How about this guy? Probably take this guy out. Or this one? No, this one. Missed. Wow, that's gay. Alright, we'll stop that. Yeah, try running away. You miss, bitch. Yeah, miss, bitch. You have a warp burn, so you're probably gonna die on your own anyway. Fucking gas cloud. Great. Another one. Heinrichs, fire at... I don't know. If he fire at this guy, it won't hit the boss. Won't hit Beak Man. Okay. Dash here. Shit, you can't attack. That sucks. Alright. Endure. And... that's it. Move there. Take out the mace. And just fucking smack him. Whap. And now charge at this guy. He reacted with a single shot? What? Okay. I'm gonna prevent both of you from hitting me. Cassia, go here. And why don't you just take this man out? Goodbye. Can you hit this one? Yes, you can. Hell yeah. Why don't you buff Argenta and then fucking inspire her too. Call that. Okay. That guy was gonna die regardless. There was nothing he could do. Hit that person with some stacks. And then why is that? Where did her attack go? I fucked up. I did something weird. Why is there a desperate measure in here? I don't want that. What the hell is this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I did that, but I got rid of my psychic streak for some reason. You psychic streak this. Boom. What did it? Oh, are there more rebels? Oh no, I think we're good. Pascal's got a major injury though. Oops. Hello? It's not doing anything. Are you alright? Damage taken, Pascal 2. Okay. We've grown used to the outrageous slovenliness among the wardens of every world we visit. It's true, though. Pale grayness is strangling this peasant like a noose. His words are laden with fear for our well-being, and yet he fears for his own even more. Where did Governor Viad go? Protected by walls and wardens, please follow me. I will sketch... Fine, I guess. I won't start doming anybody yet, but I'm thinking about it, because what the fuck was that? You know what? I should probably save it too. Since we're through that, I don't want to have to do it again. Okay. Overexerted. You have broken ribs and a concussion. God damn it, Pascal. What the fuck? Where'd it go? Okay, well, it's a good thing I saved it when I did. Alright, well, where the fuck am I supposed to go? You explain this to me. Are you sure? Because I was just attacked. The door is locked. The fuck? Alright, somebody explain to me what the hell's going on. Somebody better start explaining. Oh shit. I had to talk to the servant? That's stupid. My entourage will accompany me. Yes. Your lordship, accept my apologies for the reprehensible stunt that spoiled the reception. Even in my worst nightmares, I could never have imagined. I don't care about your apologies. I could have been killed. Beg you, give me the chance to prove my loyalty and explain myself. Ooh, our maid of honor? Are they lovers? Oh, she's touching her. What's happening here? Several months ago, uprisings broke out. Was not even notified at first. Griping worms are for wardens to worry about. Alas, I only learned of what was happening after the miscreants began targeting noble families. Then it became apparent that what the Administratum's accounts had referred to as unrest were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and society leaders. They've already brought 13 agri-complexes to a halt and have now moved on to assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels, but their leaders are slipping from our grasp yet again. Who was the warden that helped us? You must be referring to Irliet, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. I have turned a blind eye to her horrific mutations given the undoubted advantages she brings. You see, Irliet comes from the local degenerate stock of this world and knows JANUS like the back of her hand, so she has provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses. Although I admit that at times I am tempted to send her away from the estate. Her unnaturalness means that speaking with her always leaves me feeling uneasy. Such a gaunt, unfeminine figure, and so tall. Did I hear you correctly, Governor Viad? You have a mysterious mutant on your estate at this very moment, one of prodigious height, slight build, and with a supernatural talent for shooting. Did the arrival of this helper never give you pause for thought? Allow me to make myself clear. To refuse Irliet's help in our circumstances would have been incredibly rash. Yes, mutants are creatures abhorrent to the Emperor and they should be exterminated. Sometimes humanity makes exceptions for those who can serve the Imperium. Not concerned that your aide is a mutant, I am far more concerned that she may be nothing of the sort. Vig, I would like you to meet this helper of Governor Viad's without delay, out of personal interest. If you wish to speak to Irliet, you will find her outside in the orangery, most likely by the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance from others. Can JANUS fulfill its foodstuff supplies under the current conditions? I risk angering you, your lordship. This is nothing compared to shamelessly deceiving you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistics experts of the Administratum are unable to guarantee stable tides when shuttles are wary of landing at the spaceport and the terrified peasants are indulging a dangerous minority within their ranks. Until the usual order of things is restored on JANUS, any trade is nigh impossible. Considering what has occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, JANUS does not have its own fleet. We could organize a planet-wide search if we had ships at our disposal. Ships like yours, your lordship. Perhaps you will find a way to support your subjects in their hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have the ground forces and ship's crew work together to hunt down the enemy. You want me to go off and catch some rebels for you? Not quite, your lordship. My wardens are crushing the lowly saboteurs across the planet relentlessly, Beak. But it will be for naught unless their nests are destroyed. Someone is controlling the riffraff who are perishing in thoughtless escapades, such as the one we witnessed today. And that someone could be hiding anywhere. You have resources and capabilities at your disposal, the likes of which I could never hope to possess. Your ship alone is an unequaled asset for tracking down criminals beyond the borders of my influence. There's no confident people here. Yeah, man, like, come on. I assure you, as soon as the pilots stop being so wary of ports and workers no longer dread their next shift in the fields, JANUS will promptly reinstate all supply shipments. I'm immeasurably grateful for your help. If any of those who attacked the estate had survived, then perhaps they could have been a valuable source of information, but you made an example of them for the rest of the foolish rabble. Incidentally, I did overhear the wardens talking about some kind of stranger in the area. Besides that, we still do not know who let those reprobates into the estate. The person who did it might know something. I, as well as my retinue, are at your service. My secretary is checking the staff as we speak and removing all traces of the attack from the estate. An esteemed Magos, who is responsible for agronomic efforts on the planet, is also here. He happened to be visiting this week to deliver his personal report, and of course, there is my aid in the war against the rebels, Irliet. I have no doubt she will be delighted to share her knowledge of JANUS with your lordship. Who is this person standing next to you? One of my ladies-in-waiting, Amelia. Amelia performs secretarial duties and helps me to remain in constant contact with those families who are most responsible for the productivity and prosperity of JANUS. I trust my advisors implicitly, and over time Amelia has become not merely a faithful companion, but almost my shadow. Losing her would be like losing my right hand. To bathe in the light of your greatness is a true honor, rogue trader. Footfall Station is on the verge of starvation. Can we supply them with provisions? Yes and no. If the question is, can such an expensive and fertile world as this one feed a few thousand void rats? Of course. We lose more provisions to gnawing pests every cycle than those on Footfall could eat in their entire lives, but can we ship said provisions? Not a chance. Any cargo shuttle that leaves the surface will be a target for attack. The rebels will not hesitate to bring it down, sending flaming debris over the capital. Our silos could become targets for sabotage. Food could be poisoned or mined. The logistics of transporting supplies to Footfall will only be possible once the uprising has been completely crushed. I must take my leave. Okay, well, let's see. So I guess we're going to the estate. Who's this man, Atilius Quint? Yes, sir. You interest me. Are you a shopman? Your lordship, what an honor it is to address you in person. Allow me to introduce myself. Tilius Quint, prefectus of the Officio Agriculturte. Agriculte. Got it. Officio Agriculte. Will preserve the record of our conversation forever. What do you have to say about Irliet? To be honest, your lordship, I find her presence most distressing. Of course, I would never gainsay the wisdom of the governor, who, if not she, could perceive the true worth of a person, even if that person is a mutant. Moreover, Irliet's particular abilities could be an interesting subject of study for the Magos biologists. That elongated head shape, those eyes, judging by the skull that was given to me to send on Footfall, such developmental anomalies on JANUS are not a quirk of nature, but some kind of inheritable trait. Wood skull. The most remarkable item, I would say, a true anomaly. One moment. Here it is, I believe. Finished piece was intended to be given as a gift to the governor, but under the current circumstances, I doubt I will be able to send it to the Footfall anytime soon. Adequately preserved, it is a pity that it is empty inside. It could have become a proper servo skull herald for the rogue trader. Unorthodox. A curiosity like this would look nice on my desk. I mean, yes, of course, undoubtedly. Whatever you wish, your lordship. It will raise your spirits after the recent incident. Okay. What do you think of Vistenza? Superb leader, possesses excellent grasp of matters, never uses incorrect form for a given situation. Do not pry into personal affairs. Lady who fills out paperwork such finesse cannot be a bad person. What are your duties? Oversee administrative apparatus. Also responsible for logistics, to supplying the planets of Valencia's dynasty, and the timely payment of tithes. When were the last shipments sent? All foodstuffs and other items ready for export are simply awaiting the arrival of transport ships. Given the current circumstances on the planet, JANUS cannot provide even one tranche more than what is already prepared. When did the last collector ship? The Sacred Tithe Protocol form. So the last Imperial ships came under the predecessor. Okay. What do you know about the attack? Disgraceful incident. They had help from a serpent. Security's questioning the survivors. What record of our conversation? Fill out 70 accompanying forms. Your words and judgments are in good hands. And of course, great fortune to see. First time in my years of service, the Navis Nobilites humbly welcome the esteemed Cassia Tessifia Evriella, Lady Navigator of House Orselio. Laudable foresight. Must be preserved for posterity. Tell me what's happening here. Rebels, blah blah blah. He's already told us. Bureaucratic catastrophe. The absence of a required signature is, of course, the most horrifying thing about the situation. Indeed it is. Without the signature, head of House Zacharias, shipments to settlements in Aegis 24 have stopped. Heirs are still dealing with the transfer. Incoming reports tell us that a quarter of the workings in the affected settlements have already died of starvation. Oh my god. Okay, if things continue like that deranged planet by the nameless star, so close to your own peaceful system. Inhabitants there supposedly live under the patronage of rogue trader Winterscale. I should think what he has created there. Where have the rebels struck and how? Of course, furnish you with all information I have. 15 organized attacks, 7 terrorist attacks, irrigation equipment has been sabotaged, transport routes 24713 and so, data slate screen, 3-dimensional map, coordinates of the attack appears on your cogitator. Who's directing rebels? Does anyone know? The rebels are well armed and well trained. Governor's advisors are inclined to think that the instigators of the rebellions are very familiar with the planet's terrain and climate. My ordinates are going through registration records day and night looking for individuals who have completed military training, but we have so far been unable to identify the scoundrels. What are we doing to combat them? Security services are tracking those who support the rebels. My scribes have been run off their feet, keeping records of all public hearings, executions, but I'm confident the governor will find a solution soon. That's enough for now. I must take my leave. In dialogue. Okay, so he didn't have anything for me. Like, I want to buy stuff. Give me the goods, though. Gimme. And then... Oh, there's loot down here, too? For the goods. Security officer? Oh, what's in there? Return to void ship? I don't want to do that yet. Void ship, please not stray too close to the building. When the terrorist from today's attack has holed himself up in there, he could be dangerous. What's going on? Conducted a sweep of the area attack. All the assassins were arrested or neutralized except for one. Sealed himself inside. He already injured 2 wardens who tried to reach him, but there's no need to worry. We'll poison him and clear the last dregs of dirt from the estate. Who is he? Tell the truth, your lordship. I'm more concerned with clearing the area right now than with his identity. We're not expecting to get any valuable intel from him unless we find something on his corpse after we've done our job. What's special about the building? It's one of the utility buildings. It's empty at the time of the attack. No potential hostages or innocent people. This was the first place the killer came to when he was beating his retreat. Oh, come on. I need a better... Here we go. We managed to round up all the others, but this one holed himself up here. Okay. So it's not an empty utility building, but an inactive backup crypt for storing refrigerant and freezing equipment. This is obvious. Your ignorance is depressing, servant. Sorry. Let me talk to him. You sure? It's not exactly safe. You dare question me. Get out of my way. I'm getting cruel. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Piss off. You won't take me alive. Better to put a bullet in my brain than let the governor's dogs get their hands on me. Examine the door. Pick the lock. Okay. Alright, you fucker. It can't be. The rogue traitor. Your lordship have mercy. You're the sovereign of this planet. Only you have the power to save us. Youth is a time of recklessness. I heard that said more than once in the Scala Virginium and during my novitiate. Youth is also a time of directness. Let us listen to this young man before we judge him. I agree with the sister here. People don't become rebels because everything in their lives is rosy, and the kid's green as grass. Be ashamed to kill him for nothing. Something is wrong with Janus. I can feel it. Maybe he can shed some light on what's going on. Save you from what? From Governor Fayette. Everybody here knows what she's doing to us. We've put up with it for a long time, hoping that somebody would intervene and help us, but nobody ever did. She's turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like rocks from the settlements, supposedly to go to the palace, and they're never seen again. Her servants pour something over the fields, and people lose their minds. They start hearing voices and seeing evil spirits, and while we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls and feasting on our bones. I was taught that peasants have a tendency to exaggerate their suffering due to sloth and weakness of spirit. This young man, vermilion thorns pierce every centimeter of his body, and gray shackles bind his hands, feet, and neck. There are no lies in his words, only terror and desperation without end. You're telling me people are seeing evil spirits? Yes, others are going feral and attacking their loved ones, and then there's... People say that in some settlements, well, they've stopped upholding the law altogether. Imperial law and the law of basic human decency. People are turning into animals. Who's behind the rebels? Your lordship, I beg you, don't ask me that. I can't sell out my brethren. It's over for me, but the others, I won't betray them. There will be no end to the war on this planet until I get a handle on the situation. I need to meet with your leader. As long as you keep your word. Never been in their camp. None of us have. Only the chief saw one person from their base. He came a few times bringing weapons and orders. He said he represented a greater force than we could imagine, and he said that the governor's dogs will pay for their reprisals in the settlements, but that's not where they're hidden. They keep their distance from ordinary folks. We have it all worked out so that if anyone gets caught, the others aren't caught with them, but I swiped the Chief's Vox. I thought after I killed the governor, I could use the message coordinates to find the base and hide out there. That's everything I know, your lordship. The people waiting outside are... Yeah, you've already rebelled, right? So that by itself means I've got to remember that people can't just beg for their lives and I'll be like, oh, okay. No, like, something's going on and justice will be served if the governor is doing something she shouldn't be doing. But you also did something you shouldn't be doing, which was rebelling. So I'm just gonna give you a merciful death. So I'm gonna make this quick. Waba! Alright, let's get out of here. It looks like there's some stuff floating around. Alright, let's see. Let's go to this side. What's going on here? Ooh! Is it daytime? Get down to the water this way. We perhaps take a brief detour for a closer look. I mean, sure, I guess. We're to the beach. Forgive me so boldly stealing you away from the others. It's just, I simply wish to spend a brief moment admiring the breathtaking nature of this place. Within the station's walls, I could never hope to see anything like this. A sky or a sea of green leaves. I only knew them from meager memories of my childhood, or perhaps my mind simply made those up. Even my books, my heart and mind's blissful escape, could do little to help me. When a scribe grows so used to what surrounds them each and every day, they begin to take it for granted, and they never think to write just a few lines about it. But for me, to marvel at the grand canopy of the sky again is a true blessing. Pick a nearby flower and give it to her? Yeah, that's romantic. Let's do it. Dude, we're gonna bone the 3 out of 80? It's gonna be great. Whoop. Gasp. Its petals are like velvet, and the fragrance is both sweet and spicy, a fascinating specimen of local plant life, and I do not remember seeing it in the great concordance of flora and vendor within the Cornus expanse reported by Magos biologists. Although I suppose I simply have to thank you for it. This flower is very beautiful indeed. Let's just take in this place eases the soul, wouldn't you agree? Would you like to walk in the water, step into the sea? Me? There's nothing to fear. We shall just let our feet soak a little. Mischievous dashes of yellow and lilac are fluttering in the wind like bands all around you. I've never seen you exude such colors before. How unexpected. Her hand is cold to the touch. Oh, we just stand in the water for a little bit, and then they speak. They're over there just emoting at each other. See, it's so wet and cold, and the tiny pebbles tickle my feet. I never thought it would be so agreeable and a little startling. Thank you for encouraging me. It is time we were on our way. Already? Yes, of course. I think I know what my next painting will be. Oh, interesting. Right. Indubitably. Oh, it's the gazebo. Oh, it's you. You're the one. Ooh, she speaks. Continue. Okay, Heinrichs. Monkey. Okay. Keep your hands where I can see him. Heinrich, shut the fuck up. Why are you helping the governor? How did you come to be on JANUS? I don't give a shit. It's a human world now. It's my world. Why do you call me a Lantak? Do you know who is behind the uprisings? Okay, so the rebel that survived talked about strange experiments. What do you know about that? I don't understand why you're all of a sudden so very concerned then. Look at this skull. Okay, right. Because the governor's doing something, right? That's what I think is going on. Okay, so we talked to the governor's aide. Well, let's see. Is there anything else happening around here? Void ship, maintenance room, mansion. Give me those. Give me those. Pascal, open that up. Give me whatever's in there. Yep. Anything going on up here? No? Vinzelex, you're named. What can you tell me about whatever this is? Your blessing for the examination, Magos? Creeping creeweed, a typical plant for the Western Hemisphere. We've studied the possibility of industrial cultivation, but the process was found to be inefficient due to the specific requirements of the soil, which is found in the right composition only in the archipelagos of the planet. How many servants are here? According to the data stored in my cogitator, all infrastructure nodes for food harvesting and processing have their own contingent of technomats. The total number amounts to 253. Correction, based on the latest data, the figure is 211 units. Okay, we will speak later, I guess. Not really anything else happening. So, we need to go back to the ship. So let's go back to the ship, shall we? Let's see, let's go here. No, not to the maintenance room. To the void ship. And away we go. Oh, here she comes. Alan talk. As you once sought my help, now I am seeking yours. The The time has come to dispel the final shadows on our path. I've hidden the truth from you. I know a great deal about those who are disturbing the peace of the local ruler, and I also know where they are hiding. Allow me to show you the way, on the condition that you bring me to them. I don't think the rogue trader needs your revelations right now, Xenos. That is, even assuming that you are not lying now as well. What an unexpected and suspicious revelation. Perhaps my admission does sound like that, but please believe one thing. What propels me now is much more important than my earlier silence. Everything you have discovered, everything you have learned from your kind, they are all traces of the same calamity. A calamity that will eclipse all the strife and wars on the face of this world. All the signs were plain to see, but I was here and the monkey failed to recognize the coming storm. Please, follow me, Beak. You must, if this world truly matters to you. What calamity? You're still holding back information. I will reveal the truth very soon, but not here, not in a place where it seems evil has made its nest. Have patience, Elon talk, and trust me. If one of the Imperium's worlds is in danger. Okay. Yeah, Heinrichs is being annoying, plus he kind of doesn't really care about Janus, so sure. Okay. So, let me see. First, yeah, before we do anything, we gotta save, and then now this bitch. Let's see. Yeah. Do I need that many operatives? Oh, I have to pick one for her. I fucking forgot about that. You just sent another bounty hunter. She's a sniper too, and you will get called a bold to start out, Miss Juliet. Okay. I think we're gonna call it there. I know we haven't done too much because there's been a lot of lore dump in this episode, but I think that's pretty good, right? Get some lore, and then we get plenty of battle, and then we get some lore, and then we get plenty of battle. I am concerned that the game is going to keep crashing. It has crashed every so often, and the good thing about the crashes, at least, is that I have been mitigating them with frequent saves. The other thing too is that my recordings, if the game crashes, it also crashes OBS, and that, because of the way that I use OBS to record, I don't lose what I have recorded. It just stops recording. It just cuts it off. So I think we're good as far as like the footage and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think we've had a good enough time. And plus now we're getting into the whole like something crazy is going on here. We got an Eldari as a companion now. I mean, I'm not against it, just as long as she's not a bitch. I've been all Imperium about it. But Heinrichs, if he is gonna be a twat, I'm gonna treat him like a twat. The Eldari lady has fancy sniper rifle that I want her to use against my enemies. And if he has a problem with that, he can kick rocks all the way back to Holy Terra, and then we'll see what happens, you know? Like, it's just how that's going to work. So I think we'll call it there. I'm going to save it one more time just to be safe. And I appreciate you all hanging out, and I will see you all in the next one, okay? Thanks. Bye.